All right, do you want to do the bit where we talk about basketball games we didn't see in person again?
We're allowed to do that?
Depends on who you ask, but luckily we know people who are at these games in person that are actually like knowledgeable and share things with us. So I feel like we could share what those observations are.
Are you sure? I thought we were just gonna fire up this video and be like, we're just acknowledging that the Peach Jam happened, and we will talk about it if we ever watch the game.
Ooh,
Oh no,
that's
I'm
fun
sorry,
too.
not watch the game because you can't watch it. You got to actually be there.
Oh yeah, you gotta like hop a flight and yeah. One day we will go to Peach Jam though. I feel like the last 2 summers I've been like, next year we'll go to Peach Jam, and then it comes July and I'm like watching Summer League on my couch instead.
Do you like peaches?
Not full peaches. No, I don't. But like diced peaches in the little pre-packaged circles, yes.
Okay, I like peaches. Just throw it out there.
You like a fuzzy peach?
Yeah, like if you hand me a peach right now, I'm just like apple style. Just
Or you like a big fuzzy little boy?
all right. Let's not
You,
do that.
you big furry boy.
Okay, I do got a mean peach on me. No cap.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I've heard a lot of names named, a lot of names that we've discussed quite a bit on this channel as some of the best performers in Peach Jam. Luckily, you can get the stats for a lot of this stuff. People are tweeting out a lot of clips from this. You can even watch Peach Jam games. You can do all of that. I've seen a good amount of this remotely from my basement. Folks, yes, there's the preface of all of this. But I want to kind of see if you've heard the same things as me. We haven't compared notes too much on this. I have one name that has come up the most, like across my timeline, and also from people I've texted. That is like the wow name at Peach Jam right now. Who have you heard a name, or are you hearing different stuff than me?
The thing is, the names that I heard are like the big name. Is it a big name guy?
The name that has been the name for me is not the name I would have expected. No,
Okay, who is it then?
Tyron Stokes.
Oh yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard he's been absolutely incredible.
Okay.
New Notre Dame prep. Tyron Stokes. Kind of sad. Really thought him and AJ were gonna run it back at Utah prep and then make their way to Provo, but it doesn't look like that's happening.
Would have been fun. Would have been really fun. But Tyron Stokes is 6'7" wing, freaky athlete, just all around stud, clearly. But like, he is not a class of 2025 guy. He's 2 classes away, which is why to me it was surprising he was the name at Peach Jam. You would normally expect like the older guys to kind of steal the headlines, but like everybody I talked to was like, this Stokes kid is a dude. It's not like he's coming out of nowhere, but I did hear at least one like best player at Peach Jam this weekend. And that shocked me because like AJ Dybantsa is playing. I thought he would be the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're on the same team.
Right.
That's the even scary part. And the thing is, like, you see Tyron Stokes, you see a class of 2026 kid, and you're like, oh, he's like one of them kids that's like old, right? For it. Nah, he's the right age. He's actually pretty young for his class. In general, you don't see a lot of kids his age being 6'7", 225 with the athleticism that he has. He is able to physically be a specimen, even being one of the younger prospects here. Um, the thing for me is like his name's been out there for a while, and he's always been like this bigger, athletic freak dude, strength, speed, all that. He's able to get to the rim whenever he wants, and he's an underrated playmaker in my opinion, just passing the ball wise. But now, like the jumpers are like it's starting to come along a bit. Like at first, I thought he was really not really much of a threat from the jump, from outside of driving to the lane. Now he's having the ability to stretch the floor, which is opening up even more for him, and he's kind of turning himself into like this just 6'7" burly wing that just has the ability to use his power against smaller defenders, but also now he has the ability to knock down a jumper, which makes him a scary, scary prospect. And the fact that teams like because there's some kids that go to Peach Jam that maybe don't necessarily have like absolute hoop dreams. Like maybe they just want to get a couple shoes, play on the circuit, and like they're waking up at 9 a.m. to take on AJ Dybantsa and Tyron Stokes.
Yeah, one of my largest points from all this is that they shouldn't be allowed to be on the same team. Tyron Stokes and AJ Dybantsa got to be separated, man. I want to watch these dudes go one on one. With that said, it's really really fun to watch any footage of their team, but Yeah, Stokes' debut was absurd. 25 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. Like, he was the best player on the floor in that game. And then in game 2, he had 15 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. So he's just like sniffing triple doubles. In game 2, Dybantsa did lead the team in scoring. He had 23 points. So, like, Dybantsa is still Dybantsaing. I didn't mean to like disrespect him by saying like I think Stokes might actually be the best player, and I've heard that. Just playing better at this event is what I would say. Dybantsa is still a better prospect at this time, partially because I think he's more ready. He feels like a pro, and if you watch how Dybantsa is doing it right now, I mean, it looks like you're watching an NBA player at Peach Jam.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, I think that just wing prospect, scoring prospect wise, like obviously Meleek Thomas, I think, is just like probably the most elite scoring guard in this class. But like what Tyron Stokes can do at his size at 6'7", 225 plus is damn near unfair. Combine that with the athleticism that he has too.
Yeah, there's a lot of UConn propaganda going around Malik Thomas right now. Like, he had one of the better scoring games so far at Peach Jam. He had 25 points and 7 rebounds. Dan Hurley was sitting courtside in a snapback hat. And then we got like Zag's articles, Zag's blog, Adam Zagoria, of quote, Dan Hurley's message to Malik Thomas on UConn official visit. I'm badass, but you're badass too. We can wrap this one up, Cart.
We can wrap it up. Also, can we wrap? Can we officially call this the Hurley? You take your snapback hat, you snap every single snap. All right. And unfortunately, my head is too big. But this Hurley walks into your gym. I wish I had a polo right now. He walks into your gym and he says, "I'm a back-to-back champion." He probably spits on Rick Barnes' shoes. This has to be uncomfortable for him. My eyes are like stretched open right now because my hat's so tight. But Hurley really walks in with every single snap done and just wins championships and gets recruits.
I was concerned that I had mine naturally all the way snapped. I don't. I have 2 open for the record. But yeah, I mean, it's good. You got to feel good that like the coach of your program was photographed next to him, right? Like, it was Rick Barnes, Tom Izzo, and Dan Hurley, and people's takeaway was like, look at Izzo and Hurley and a fan.
That was pretty funny. But also, I can't get over. I wish Izzo had a snapback on. Maybe that's what he's missing.
You think that would change everything here?
If he had it all the way done. I got to undo this, by the way. It's really hurting my head.
Yeah, it looked like it was painful. Jaylen Harrelson had a lot of people watching.
Oh,
Harrelson,
you mean my future guard?
tell me more. Tell me more.
Yeah, I'm not backing up on this. Me and Woodson's gonna have to see me. What's the main street in Bloomington? I'll meet him there at dawn after he's done doing 18. I want to go straight up, me and him one-on-one. Jaylen Harrelson's coming back to the crib with me to East Lansing. He'll find his way to Fieldhouse. All respect to upstairs pub and Nick's, but he'll find his way to Fieldhouse, and he'll be just safe in East Lansing. We got him.
We'll see about that. I don't know why you're so confident, honestly.
Because you know what I figured out recently, Greg?
What?
So even if sometimes you maybe not have a chance or you don't have to, maybe you gotta act like it. I don't think I act like it enough. And I think that's the downfall of me sometimes. I'm gonna just start acting like it, even if I don't got it.
I think you act like it a lot.
I do?
Yeah, I think so. One name that you and I have not talked about on this channel before, I don't think, is actually the leading scorer at Peach Jam through the event thus far. Do you know who I'm going to say?
I do not know.
Jerry Easter.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing that. We're faking it again.
I've asked, I talked to like 3 or 4 people about Jerry Easter, and there was kind of like an overall like he's a real good player, but Michigan State fans are very aware of AJ Hogard. Jerry Easter might have Hogard tendencies, and that scares me.
What? Did AJ Hogard ever lead the Peach Jam in scoring? What are the
No.
tendencies? Like,
I there's I don't want to speak on rumors, but let's
all
just say
right. All right.
just Hogard tendencies.
All right. We'll have a discussion after. Who you and your group chat decide is like a great culture guy and a bad culture guy baffles me these days.
Oh, this wasn't a group chat discussion.
Oh, where was the discussion being held?
This one was actually with our good friend.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Understood. This is a tweet from S Lance Hoop, Sam Lance, but the top scorers at Peach Jam 17 and under level in order. Jerry Easter is the leading scorer. Cam Ward, AJ Dybantsa, Jasper Johnson, fourth. Tundi Yesifu, we talked about Tundi before. Jaylen Harrelson, sixth. Tyran Stokes was down the list at 10th. Any of those names surprise you, or does that feel pretty on brand with what you'd expect?
I'm kind of surprised that Jerry Easter's actually leading in scoring. Just because like he's not necessarily known as just like a absolute bucket getter. I thought it'd be somebody else up there.
Yeah. Jasper Johnson. I love anytime I see his name on a list like this. I just want to say,
Can I throw one more shout in here?
please.
I think there's one player in this class that we are getting bored of because he doesn't do things super flashy, but like he's just consistently always been great. So like I just want to send a shout. Like Cam Boozer just gets a 20 and 10 rolling out of bed in every single game that he plays in and wins in every single game that he plays in. But like they just everyone wants to talk about everybody else, which I understand. Like it's fun to talk about Dybantsa, Stokes, Meleek Thomas, Jaylen Harrelson, Jasper Johnson. Let's just not forget like Cam Boozer's an elite prospect.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Jeremiah Fears 20 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, and now a UConn and an Arkansas offer, supposedly.
Somebody's getting a good one.
Somebody is. Do you like peach jam? I don't think I've ever asked you this. Like, you like peaches and you like jam. Do you like peach jam?
Yes.
Peach jam or space jam?
Space Jam.
Car, you know what I love about you?
That I'm handsome?
You're reliable. I can count on you. Honestly, you remind me of Aaron Henry a little bit. Remember when, like, their back was against the wall, nothing was going right, and man just showed up every day. He didn't make excuses. There were no problems. There were just solutions.
Sounds like me.
That's you. And it also reminds me of Duncan Mechanical Solutions, because if you're looking for quality furnace repair, look no further than the heating and air experts that you can trust. Comfort and quality are their standard. They're an HVAC company that serves Northeast Indiana and Southern Michigan, whether it's heating and air conditioning, plumbing, kitchen and bath remodeling, or emergency services when you need them most. Duncan Mechanical Solutions has reliable service that you can count on. Cart, remember when your basement almost exploded?
I remember when my basement almost exploded. I remember when my furnace itself was acting funny. I remember when my AC was acting funny. I wish I had Duncan in my back pocket. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been anywhere in northern Indiana or southern Michigan that hasn't been perfectly cool or perfectly warm, depending on when the day called for. And that's because of Duncan Mechanical Solutions. They are the presenting sponsor for the month of July. Shout out to Duncan Mechanical Solutions. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to learn more.